Welcome back to Sustained Overruled. I am the anonymous attorney. So yesterday we took a look at the Kayla Bumpus. I don't even want to call it a saga. I don't want to call it a controversy because I think it's a blatant rumor. But I am curious though because we took a look at her live last night. But this today, or at least a few hours ago, I went onto a page and the live was taken down. So I don't know why. I don't want to speculate, but and I know I had or at least last night, there was a theory that the reason why court was not in session on Thursday was probably to deal with the YSL saga. No, or at least the Kayla Bumpus and Shannon um rumor or alleged, I'm going to call it a phantom marriage. That's not the case because court was back in session like nothing happened. I mean, it was more evidentiary. It was more of an evidentiary hearing than anything else, but still, it was not addressed. It was not brought up. And I have no reason to believe that this marriage is, in fact, a marriage. I need to get my notes. So, what we're going to do tonight instead, Judge Whitaker dropped the N word in court today. I am floored. I am absolutely floored. I could not believe it. Um, we're probably going to go back and forth. I still did not go through Detective, what's his name? I don't have my notes on me. I still wanted to finish the proceedings from, I believe that was Wednesday, right? I believe that was Wednesday, but didn't get through it. I'm trying to figure out if I should jump right into today's hearing or not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. In any event, let me grab my notes. I'm gonna grab my notes and then we'll jump right into it. But I would also like to take a look at another one of Kayla Bumpus' lives. Let me find it here. Let's find it. It's one where, I mean, literally when you type in a name, the only thing, oh, I shouldn't say the only thing because that's hyperbole, but Kayla Bumpus married is the first result in the search. That's not what we're looking into. What we are looking into is the live with Woody, right? Because I thought that they for sure, you see, I don't know, let me share. I'm going to share my screen here. Let me share my screen to show that she actually took down the live. She took down the live from last night. I don't know. I think you can all see my screen, but she took down the live from last night. And last night we had tuned into a live, but it is no longer available. It's not here. So she took it down. I don't know why she took it down, but she did. Wait, that's kind of weird. Isn't this the dude we reacted to last night? Is Kayla? Did she appear on here? Or is she just talking about them? I don't know. I always feel like I'm going through rabbit holes. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. All right, I guess she's just talking about the trial, but I'm pretty sure I saw Nick's. Isn't that Nick? Is that not his name? I don't know. In any event, I want to go to the video, or at least the live with Woody.
Which one we
Because as I said last night, if somebody came up with a rumor claiming that Woody and Kayla were an item or they got married after the fact, something along those lines, that is more believable. But claiming that Kayla is married to Shannon, I still find that hard to believe. But let's take a look here because these two, they kind of appear to have chemistry. I'd like to believe that they have chemistry. But as for the Shannon rumor, had it been true, somebody would have brought it up in court, especially Shard. Shard would have brought that up in court There was no mention of Kayla Bumpus, or I mean, Shar did call his client handsome. I thought that was charming. No mention of Kayla in court today, though. So let's take a look. The relationship between Kayla, Woody, a bit more believable. As far, at least their friendship, that would have been a better rumor than claiming that she's married to what's his name? To Shannon.
Got smoke. Let me see. It got smoke underscore.
And somebody corrected me. I think it was Deidre corrected me last night because I thought that this was a dispensary, but apparently not. I know what's with a green heart. Maybe somebody that's from ATL can give some more insights on that.
Right now, we got like 20 minutes to pull up. 20 minutes is crazy. Yep. Here and talk to people.
Where's Woody? I know this kind of looks like a bowling alley. Is it just me?
I just want to see me and Mr. Copeland. You guys can come to my friend's smoke shop. We're going to sit here and talk to people. So come on.
Okay, so I guess it is a.
If you want to come.
Let's see. Okay, something happened. And I don't know if you guys want me to get a subscription for Truth Finder, we can do that. I just feel like I'm being, I don't know, a little too nosy, but we can certainly look into it. I am curious. I still don't believe that it's true. But if you guys want me to get, how much is a subscription? Let's see. I'll look that up while this video plays.
Go down, stop at stop sign, make another right. When you go through the other stop sign, maybe if I know the direction, it's easy.
Got smoke. We're at Got Smoke Shop.
It's the exit after walk. It's the exit after Union City after walk.
So he's meeting people and speaking to people.
All right, well, we got on 5 minutes. Yep. Make it right. Go to the you're gonna go up. You're gonna come to the street. You're gonna down to the right.
I mean, a subscription is actually not that bad. It's 23 from what I'm seeing here. It's it's actually 28.33. So we might do it towards I might subscribe towards the end of this live. Yeah, but I'd like to find out if we need to put this to bed once and for all. But I do not for a second believe that Kayla is married to Shannon.
Get into the body, y'all. I be trying to be body.
Okay.
Get into it.
All right, Bumpus.
Get into it.
What's that? Get a nigga address. Okay. He on the exit.
Excuse me, Woody.
Right now.
All right, Woody.
I said, get into the body. Isn't the body key?
Kayla, what is it, YouTube? Where's him? Kayla got to be the most irritating person in the world. She got me come pick up at 11 o'clock this morning. I've been stuck with her. It's 7:41. I ain't made $1 today. Oh yeah, you got 5 minutes, 10 minutes away. Decline it.
No.
Come on, let's do this some more dance.
Okay, yes, please. Can we just
That's
really
funny.
do it for real?
It's funny that I actually know who that is,
Get it wrong.
considering that I'm not from
Oh, Kayla, help me.
yonder.
Stop.
Okay, I know about all this. But yeah, had somebody come, I still believe that the Shannon Stillwell and Kayla Bumpus supposed marriage is fake. I don't believe it for a second. But had folks said that there was some type of relationship between Woody and Kayla, I probably would have believed it. But I don't know. I don't think, as I keep saying, it's just so hard for me to believe that Kayla would have such poor judgment.
Stuff in my cup. You want to look at
Mr. Whisper.
You just a young chump. Y'all ready to do some more dance? You ready? Y'all turn your head. Is you ready?
Yeah, I don't know. Atlanta's a different type of place because I am an attorney and I go out of my way to not, it's not just see anybody that I go out of my way to not see my clients in public. And it's not just my clients, even my colleagues. I don't want to see you after hours. I want to go about my business, but this is a different dynamic.
Oh, you heard my bone?
I am not drunk. What are you just talking?
You heard my bone up? Where my dog at?
We really just been doing content today, and I was at court. He picked me up from court. I haven't seen him in a while. Not
What
drunk.
kind of content?
Yeah, let me get on your live. Hey, his name Cartier. Y'all go tell all the girls, dogs. Cartier said, "Where's him?" Y'all ain't got no. If I can't date no girl that ain't got no dog, they can. Then my dog can have a girlfriend.
What?
Tell me. We need a double date. Me, a girl, and her dog, and my dog.
Ooh, that's cute.
We ain't trying to be cute. We trying to be.
I don't know. I want to take a look at the different conspiracies that people have put forth. There's really nothing here. I mean, they do appear to have a good friendship. What was that? Oh no, I saw something. And actually, does she actually wear a ring? Let's see. Hold on. Does she wear a ring? Let's see. Come on, Kayla, move your arm or hand or something.
I'm gonna do my first music
Yes,
right here.
Tell anybody who bring their Woody. Tell them to bring their voting stickers to get a.
We ain't doing no voting. We don't like you, the president.
No,
But
wow.
we it's other stuff to vote for. Don't
Come
y'all
on.
pick something
Hold on.
out?
And our vote don't even matter.
Come on, Kayla. Okay, I think that is the
Okay, never mind.
left.
Sorry to bring up voting.
Hold on.
Disregard.
She does appear to have a
Anything,
wedding
please.
band or at least wear one.
Hillary Clinton proved that to the world.
Oh,
She
now
had
she
a popular
do.
vote,
Yeah, she
and
does
she
appear
still
to have
lost socks to go with it. You know they not
a wedding band.
Scam me right now.
But then again, wearing a wedding band does not mean that somebody's married, and not wearing one does not mean that they're not married either. So, it's not conclusive.
Scan the barcode. I want it because you scam me like this. Yeah, they should be able to. But I got to put some scrutiny on me.
I'm gonna remove this. I don't have Instagram, but I'm gonna go on a page, see what's public. Let's do that. I'm gonna see what's public and see if we can see. I would like to see if there are any visible rings in there or in these photos. Hold on. Let me get everybody on here. All right, one moment. Yep, this is a page. So I don't know when you don't have an account. Actually, no. Here, Kayla is wearing a wedding band. If you have Instagram, definitely go check it out. This is the best I can do right now because I don't have Instagram and I don't want to get Instagram. But you can clearly see that she's wearing a wedding band here as well. Okay, there's Woody. That's what I keep saying. If somebody came on here and said that or claimed that Kayla has some type of relationship, people's kids, we don't want people's kids in here. If somebody came on here and claimed that, I mean, it is a public page and she posted them, so that's kind of on her. But if somebody came on here and said that, oh shoot, I cannot view that. Can I take a screenshot? I don't know. We'll see if I can take a screenshot or not. But you can clearly see that she does wear a wedding band. The question is just the timing of the photos. That's really it. But let me go on her page. I'm gonna go further on her page and see her. By page, I mean her YouTube channel. I'm gonna go back to Kayla's YouTube channel, and we're gonna scrutinize, take a closer look Is that her? Let me share my screen again. Let's share the screen. All right, am I sharing the right screen? Yeah, this is, I don't know. We cannot feel like we'd actually have to click on the actual videos in order to be able to scrutinize her fingers, right? And see if she's actually wearing any type of wedding band. Let's actually see if there's anything about a husband on here. Right. So we'll go to older videos. I don't know who Mr. Jeff is. Oh, hold on. Okay, there's no, at least not in that thumbnail. I don't see a wedding band, but she could have removed it. She could have removed it. I don't actually see anything of significance here. So what I'm gonna do, I want to get into some of these conspiracies. So we are gonna look for conspiracies. One moment, I'll have to change my screen again. One moment. And I know that, who is Nick at Night? Let's see. Hold on. Stop sharing. Share a different screen. All right, let's go in here. I'm not going to watch this video, but what I want to take a look at, I want to review the comments because a lot of viewers typically, some folks know what they're talking about. Okay, so there's a person out here, the little gaming channel. I don't think she's married to him, but I do think she's extremely hungry for attention. The interview with Woody was inappropriate as an attorney. I don't know if it's inappropriate, but we have to understand that in the age of social media, there are different ways of being an attorney. So I would not necessarily classify it as being inappropriate. It's not something that I would do, but it's her license. She can do whatever it is she wants to do with her law license. Okay, person's like, I don't care if she's known Woody for years. The social media posting for likes when you're a licensed attorney is wild. I don't know. I disagree because there have been, who's the guy? He had a very famous or popular TV show. What's his name? He was an attorney. He's deceased. He passed away probably 2 years ago. Oh, the Jerry Springer show. Right. He's an attorney and he did some he had a very wild TV show. So, you know, Kayla can be an attorney and do whatever it is she wants to do on YouTube, as the rest of, the world does. And even Harvey of TMZ, if I'm not mistaken, once upon a time he was an attorney. I don't know if he's still actively licensed um in any state, but the fact that she's posting on YouTube, that's okay. She's not doing anything insane in my mind. I mean, had it been true that she's married to Shannon, I don't even know if that's that wild. It's improper because she defended, at least she was stand by counsel for Woody, but it's not out of this world. I think people have done worse, or attorneys have done worse. Thank you again for being an adult in the room. Kayla made me cringe. I don't even know when Lil Woody. I don't know. I just want things to do with a marriage. That's it. That is it. I don't. Okay. So here's a person from a day ago. That's actually a cute username. They're like, no, Kayla's not married to Shannon. His attorney tweeted that is false. Okay, so they're disagreeing. They're like, nope, that's not what he said. Uh, all right. Some other stuff out there. If she was married to Shannon, wouldn't it have been a conflict of interest for her to stand in as Woody's lawyer? It would have been, but she is not married to the guy. Okay, so apparently people are outraged. I am not outraged. I am just nosy. That's where I stand with this whole thing. I'm just nosy. Um, she was his lawyer prior to this marriage, I think. Okay, so somebody out here is speculating that Kayla represented Shannon once upon a time. I'd like to know when. But then also, it does appear. I would not be surprised though, because if Kayla practices in a specific, I mean, she's licensed in Georgia, but if she primarily practices in Fulton County, it would not be surprising that she's represented these defendants on a number of occasions. But that's if they have, been charged on other occasions, as opposed to this, RICO trial. So that's not that surprising. If it's not true, give your real husband that respect by saying no. Her husband knows who he is. Okay, I do get this. Right. Because I did see when we looked at some of her photos, she appeared to be wearing a wedding band in some of the photos. So I guess with this person, if she is in fact married, it would make sense for her to come out and say no or clear out the rumors and be clear that she's married to somebody else. Okay. And this is basically what Ashley 3K is saying. This is my sense that I don't believe that Kayla is married, but this topic or this rumor is definitely drawing it is drawing attention to her channel. I don't know if it's a good business move in terms of running a practice, but it might be. But that's the thing with social media. She might actually some potential clients might hit her up because of this. That's not the same man. Her husband was in the same room with her in the Woody interview. They speak to him briefly during the interview. This hate train is wild. Now I'm very curious. What interview? All right, person is mermaid says if true, she's disrespecting her husband by not clearing things up. Maybe he loves and trusts his wife. I don't know. This is all. It all appears to be a rumor. Honestly, I don't think. I refuse to believe. I just. I don't think it's true. I do not think it's true. That's definitely her business, respectfully. No. Okay. I was about to agree with this. It would. I think folks would be indifferent. Folks are always in other people's business, so they wouldn't be indifferent. But it would be less of an issue if, she's an attorney and she just got married to somebody that's facing life imprisonment. That's her business, okay? But in this instance, it cannot be said to be solely her business. That's if it's true. I don't know it to be true and I don't believe it's true. But it's different in the sense that she represented a criminal defendant in the YSL trial, and that would be improper. Okay, I don't know. They said something about what she did an interview on the lead attorney the week of the ex parte situation and told us she was engaged and had kids. All right. Okay, so I am going to try and find that interview. Wait, but okay, so the ring I guess we saw in the photos, that is just that just shows that she's engaged. It does not necessarily mean that she is married. And then I know I think to settle this thing, I might just go on Truth Finder. I might do that because law and crime At least last night, I realized that they had some type of code in order to get a certain percentage off. So I might do that towards the end of this live. And somebody says fake. The certificate says that the ceremony was performed on August 25th. So did the jail release Shannon to Texas, blah, blah, blah. And so I know somebody claimed it was done by somebody. I believe it was Nick and the so-called Dennis detective. I need to look that man up. I just did not get time today because I had to work. And during the day, I was following the YSL trial. Talking about the YSL trial, let's quickly jump into that. Let's see, what is the timestamp? Because Judge Whitaker, man, Judge Whitaker blew my mind today. Because I was following the trial, taking my notes and everything. Because I'll do a recap. I'll do a recap of this week's proceedings. I'll do that on Sunday. I wanted to say tomorrow, but then again, I don't want to hold myself to a timeline that I'm not able to fulfill. But let's quickly jump into Judge Whitaker because, oof, I don't know what on earth they have going on in this
Before we get
Fulton County.
can we just, I'm just trying to go in
Wow.
order so I don't mess myself up. 8919, I see a picture
And she
of
brought this on
an
herself.
incredibly handsome man sitting next to me. I believe appears to be drinking a clear liquid drink. Is there any?
The picture
Okay, I'll reserve my commentary until after this clip.
you're talking about, of Shan Stillwell?
8919, yes.
Yeah. So
I'll
after
reserve my commentary.
that post, this is, I believe, close in time to when they had the memorial for Big Boo. I'm trying to find that page number, but it says we have to do it for Big Boo. These people are lacking, as in they don't have firearms on them, so they're easier
You
to.
see, the DA, now that I'm rewatching this, the DA said these people are lacking. That's what he said, but Whitaker just had to insert herself. I actually missed that.
I mean, they're talking about drinking.
Right.
Boy, you still drinking? Where you at? I got to do it for Boo. These niggas lacking.
She's wild.
Like, they're not doing enough to
And Simone
honor
was
him or
shook.
whatever. I don't know that you can
She looked
say.
at the
I mean, you can
cameraman
say,
in
oh,
disbelief.
that means they
And
don't have
what I found interesting was how none of the other attorneys flinched. It just, it just rolled off her tongue. And I don't know what's going on here.
guns
I
on
need a
them,
big
but that
spoon
would
or
be quite a
something.
stretch,
Yeah.
given the context in which it comes up.
Yes, Your Honor. We will not use that page.
All right.
Yeah, she's
so
wild.
Not the picture, not that page. So 8921 is like a snap of somebody's text. Is that in here for any reason?
Yeah, but she later came back and apologized. I mean, obviously, somebody must have said something to her. I don't think she just would have, because that rolled off. Anyways, I'll get into all of that tomorrow. Let's get back. We're gonna get back into the interview where Kayla supposedly talks about where she supposedly talks about being engaged when she was interviewed on the lead attorney's page. So let's find. It would have been great if there was a date or timeline or something, but I'll take it. It was probably 3 or 4 months ago. Let's see. And I did not watch the entirety of that video or the live, but I do recall her being on the lead attorney's page. All right, so I see. Let me get you all involved here. Let me get you involved. All right, so on the lead, when I'm looking up the lead attorney's page, That's the thing. It's hard to tell in which video she actually mentions having or being engaged, right? I don't see that here. I'm gonna go with the first one. Let's see if the first one. Okay, so that's 4 months ago. No, that's 11 Alive, so that's not it. This is 4 months ago too. Is it the same video? Okay, let's go in here because this is 57
First,
minutes.
just introduce.
So let's just quickly go into the comments because you know the internet. Oh, there we go. Introduction. Who is Kayla Bumpus? All right. So let's start with that introduction.
Introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are, where you practice, and kind of orient everybody as to who Miss Kayla Bumpus is, please.
I practice about 50% criminal and 50% personal
Dang, the lead attorney has a Cash App. Everybody has Cash App but me.
injury.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows because I see on the internet that I started off in the DA's office. I was there for about a year and a half before I went out on my own. But
Okay, so let's jump in right there because that's very interesting. You mentioned that you were in the DA's office. Were you in, when you say the DA's
That's interesting. I actually had I never thought of that. Washing the Fulton County District Attorney's office. So does she know Love and Hilton and all the other folks that work there?
office, the district attorney's office. Are you talking about the same district attorney's office that we're
Right.
watching right now, the district attorney's office in Fulton County?
yes, but
Oh,
I
wow.
worked under the Paul Howard administration.
Okay.
Okay, them was some days. We ain't gonna
Yeah.
get into it, but them was some days. So,
Hmm.
so are you from Atlanta or where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta.
All right, and then
I need Deidre to come in this chat right now. Because last night, when I clearly said I do not see how Shannon and Kayla could have been married because she's from the ATL, Deidre said no, she's not from the ATL. She went on to say that Kayla was actually from Texas, and that's possibly how they could have gotten married because Kayla was in her home state. I need Deidre to come back in this chat. Actually, this is where I had forgotten about this live, but she's from
Atlanta natives.
not from
Listen, we are hard to find. All right, all you guys come
Right.
down from New York,
Here,
New
let's see.
Jersey, everything. Y'all are diluting us. All right, so Miss Bumpus
Right.
is from Atlanta, and then
Oh, wow.
she started working at some point in the DA's office. And then you mentioned that you were there for about a year and a half. You worked under the previous administration, not in Fani's Fani, not in her office or not while she was at the helm, but the previous district attorney, Paul Howard. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, and so you practice about half criminal and then half PI, personal injury. So you making that money. All right, Ms. Bumpus got it. And you not only do you practice here in Atlanta, but you also practice is it in Texas as well?
Houston. Yeah, I live in
Okay.
Houston, but I'm not all the way barred there yet. They have reciprocity with Georgia, but I do anticipate to be barred pretty soon.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. So she making money in multiple states, guys. All right. Let's kind of start at the beginning, and we have your motion to quash, which I thought was
Where's the mention of? I thought this person said that, but we also did not watch the entire video because I thought one of the comments mentioned that she was engaged at the time that the lead attorney interviewed her.
beautifully drafted. Me and AV, we read a lot of these documents, and sometimes, they're just horrible to read. But yours was amazing, to be honest. How did you first find out about little Woody? How did you
I don't know
first
about that.
meet him? I think it's been speculated that you had represented him previously.
Okay, come on.
Yes, I represented him previously.
Okay, so you already had a relationship, a legal relationship with him. And then at a certain point, Woody hired an attorney. Do you know what the gentleman's name?
That's what I keep saying. Had the rumor been that Kayla and Woody got married or they eloped or they were in a relationship, that is more believable because Woody's a free man. We see Woody and Kayla on the internet all the time. That is more, I wouldn't say probable, but that would have been an easy bait. But tying her to a man that is incarcerated and has been incarcerated for a significant amount of time is not, it's not believable. But my question is, with the website that we went on yesterday, though, or last night, how, I don't know, something's not adding up. Something's not adding up. I still don't believe it. I have questions, but I still don't believe it.
Was I'm slipping on his name.
Milnick?
Yes,
The
his name is
previous
Jonathan Melnick.
Milnick. Okay, excellent. And then there was some back and forth with Milnick. Now, there was one part of the story that I didn't understand, and it was about the exchange of emails. And the district attorney, or let's say one of the ADAs,
All right,
kept.
I don't.
Quick question for you, because you said you were standing in. How did that happen? Like, did you and Mel?
All right, I don't want to. That's off topic. Okay, so who is Kayla Bumpus? Is that all she said? Lil Woody case. Okay, Kayla, when she was fired. You're fired. What's the latest on hearing to incarcerate Kayla? I mean, this courtroom has just been completely insane. It's been run poorly. Okay, more details about Kayla's motion. Ooh, wait. I was not aware of this. Kayla clears up more rumors on her relationship with. Hold on. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Now, it's been said that you and Miss Hilton are sorority sisters. Is that right?
Oh.
Do y'all know each other from
No.
before? Did you like no? We don't have any sororities.
No.
I did not know that. Was this your first time meeting her when you showed up about this case? Or
No,
did you...
she's my friend.
Oh, really?
Oh, y'all are friends.
Wow.
But I mean, not from sorority.
Mm.
Got you. Did y'all go to the same law
I thought relationship meant
school
something
together, or
else.
how did you guys meet?
From GABWA, which is Georgia Association of Black Women Attorneys, but she
Okay.
was also a prosecutor under Mr. Howard when I was there.
All right.
Wow, so she's been around for some time.
Yeah, Simone is an amazing attorney. She's an amazing prosecutor. She's so smart. She's brilliant.
Okay.
Awesome. So you got
All right. False alarm. So let's see. Pin her down. What does that mean? Oh no.
right. Have you been, because okay, so it's interesting because you've known Woody for, I think it's fair to say, let's say a few years. You
Okay.
represented him, and it's impossible not to hear about how he's doing on the stand.
Yeah.
And you were a prosecutor yourself. Now, removing.
Okay, that's not what we're here for. Okay, the same guy who represented Terrence Bradley. Ooh, Nathan Wade's former law. Man, Atlanta has a lot going on. Okay, final thoughts. We're not interested in that. Let's see the other video if she talks about her personal relationship or being engaged. This is too long. We're not going to go through this entire video. We're not doing that. Oh, they don't have timestamps? Okay, never mind. All right, we are going to get off of that. We're going to get back into the comments that we were reading. More conspiracies than anything, but they are conspiracies. But let's get back to those conspiracies. Let's see. What is this called? What's the title of this video? Kayla Bumpus refuses to deny marriage. All right. Where is it? I have too many tabs open. All right, there we go. Let's see if we can get back to where we left off. One moment. All right, we went over the conflict of interest, business. All right, hold on. All right, person saying fake. Okay, we went over that. Conflict of interest. Ooh, okay, so we have Shannon's family in here, okay? Mark Jones is like, she ain't married to my cousin. She's just a cloud chaser. Okay, so I don't even know if this person is actually related to Shannon, but they're claiming, I don't know what they would gain from, claiming to be married to Shannon, or not married, I'm sorry, to be related to Shannon, but they're saying that's not it. All right. Okay, somebody wants phone calls between Kayla and Shannon. I've been on this YouTube channel before, the PCFP. I think uh their channel was recommended to me during Steve Harvey and what's her name? Steve Harvey and Strawberry. I forgot her actual name, but Shirley. There we go. Shirley. All right, flirting with Woody, asking him for 10K gifts, and godmother of one of Jeffrey's kids, confirmed by her on the live. We played that yesterday, and that dress she had on at that request to film hearing. I don't know what on earth they're saying, but okay. And that's what I'm saying. There's so much. There's a lot. There are a lot more connections between Kayla and Woody, where if a rumor came out that Kayla and Woody were, you know, a thing, engaged, married, that would be more believable because there's a lot more content between Kayla and Woody. But Shannon, no, that doesn't even make sense. In my mind, it doesn't make sense. The people in the comments writing so hard, okay, I don't know. We're going to go over that. We just want to focus on folks that are going to lead us somewhere. And somebody said Dennis is messy. Yeah. Oh, but I hate for anyone to be lied on. Yeah, I don't know. Dennis was doing a whole lot of talking. And I know one of my viewers claimed that, not that they claimed, they just suspected that he was not a real investigator. People have been saying it is a guy from Texas with the same name. I personally don't know. Okay, they love Nick's hair. But then again, what is the coincidence that you have a Shannon Jackson, same middle name, in Texas and in Georgia, and a Kayla Bumpus, same middle name, in Texas and Georgia, that supposedly got married? I know that the last name Bumpus, I know that I've heard that last name before this trial. It's not a common last name. It's not a Smith, a William, um, a Johnson. So that's kind of hard to believe. I just get the sense that, or it's my sense that the license is fake. That's what I'd like to believe. If somebody's claiming that Shannon's coming home, we don't know that to be true, but okay. Okay, well, she did say a while back that she let the court know there was an interest of, it's not an interest of conflict, a conflict of interest. Okay, I don't know what that's about. More to the whole crew. I told you to do a deep dive and thank me later. All right. I don't know. They're talking about some other stuff. They're talking about some other stuff. Okay, apparently I wish people would leave Kayla alone. No, she's on the internet. She brought herself here. So we're not doing that. But we're also not going to lie on her. Okay. Let me ask the obvious. The names are different besides Shannon. Can someone explain that? What? I did not see the names to be different. What? His legal name, he used to rent a car was Shannon Bernard Jackson. We just seen a trial. What's on his, now that I think about this marriage license did not start floating around until I think, was it the Enterprise witness? What was her name? Harshadi Davis, something along those lines. The license did not start circulating around until then. So that makes me wonder. All right. Yeah, they show the rental agreement in court. That is true. All right. Her boyfriend, children's father, is often present. Okay. So here, somebody's saying that she does, in fact, have some type of boyfriend, or she has, a man that she has children with, and he's often present. In terms of often present, let me go back on her Instagram. Going back to her Instagram. I don't know. I don't actually see her posing with any men. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have Instagram, so they're not they're not gonna let me look at any more pictures. Yeah, I did not see Kayla posing with any men, with the exception of Woody. So that would have been more believable than a Shannon Jackson, that, is incarcerated. So R says there is Destiny Shannon Jackson in Texas, in the Houston area. Shannon Jacksons are in Texas. Okay. So I guess that might be a R. Are you saying that that's a common name for the state? I mean, the first name Shannon is kind of common. There might be a lot of people with that name. So let's see. The judge is clearly the best lawyer in the courtroom. Um, I don't know. I know it's off topic, off topic, off topic. I did not know that. I disagree. I do not think that Whitaker is the best attorney in that courtroom. I think that title belongs to Shard. Shard is sharp. That's a sharp attorney. As far as Whitaker, more of she's taking on the role of the prosecutor more than she should as a judge. And I can say this comfortably because I used to be a prosecutor. Excuse me. When I first graduated from law school, oh, excuse me, about 10, 11 years ago, I used to be a prosecutor. And then sometime after that, I switched over to public defense, but I no longer do criminal work. So I disagree with the statement that she is the best attorney in the courtroom. I think that title belongs to Shard. All right. Miss Love, let the judge continue asking Miss Bumpus because she's doing a better job than her. And that's not true. Judges often ask questions when they need clarification. And as I pointed out in a live, I don't know, it was sometime this week. Oftentimes I watch Judge McBurney's courtroom. He is also in Fulton County. I don't know if it's in the same building or not, but he has jurors question witnesses. Obviously, a juror's not going to ask the question directly, but oftentimes they write it down and then they pass it to the judge. And if there's an evidentiary issue, it's discussed among the attorneys before it's made public. But yeah, so I disagree with all of that, but let me stay on topic. All right, great person, but I'm understanding why Mr. Woody said she fired. Yeah. Underrepresented. Let me see. The truth does not need notice. Okay, apparently it's always ready. All right. People cutting Kayla slack, but not me. She's been online all this time saying she was ready to testify. I guess there might have been multiple conversations going on because I'm more interested in the Shannon, the Shannon Jackson conversations and the marriage, the phantom marriage. All right, so Melnick, ex parte, I don't recall. Actually, this is a great suggestion. Woody needs to come up with Woody needs to come out with a clothing line. That'd be great. That'd be fire. Okay, if someone calls it to represent them, they're crazy. I don't know what on earth these people are talking about. I suppose they were just criticizing. This is me assuming, okay? I don't know this to be true. But based on these comments, they were primarily criticizing Kayla. That's not what we want. We want the gossip. We want to know if these folks are in fact married or not. Okay. I don't know. That's a silly comment. Okay. Lead was like, somebody figured out how to get me on the stand. No, I don't want that. I know somebody with this trial. This trial has been a hot mess. And because of that, I did not believe Atlanta is a real place. Okay, I don't know. Am I on? I think I went. Oh no, I am on the wrong. I'm scrolling this entire time, but I'm on the wrong. I was on the wrong um page. Never mind. So I shouldn't have so many tabs open. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's just scroll a bit down. Okay, so folks are saying this is clout. She's saying this is clout. Godson. I mean, we played this yesterday though. So that is confirmed, but she has not confirmed this marriage. Okay, not a rumor no more. What is 419? I guess I could click on that, but then I don't know. Let's see. Okay. So at least a lot of people do not believe this to be true. I do not believe this to be true as well. But if you do want me to get on Truth Finder, please let me know because I don't want to waste my money if nobody's interested. So I was watching. Okay, so somebody said this info is late. It came months ago. That's if whatever the info is. If they're referring to the marriage, then I suppose something that was public to at least this person, the Queen Maker. All right, I think that's the end of it. Let's see if we can find something else. At least what we got from this comment section. One of the folks pointed us to the lead attorney. I actually want to read these comments because this live was.
I can't come and help.
This live was crazy. When I first watched it, I thought it was a bunch of old men gossiping. That's what it sounded like. Okay, I've been a little skeptical about Kayla since she came on the scene. Something always seemed off about her. She didn't seem. I'm not gonna read that. No. Nope. All right. Okay. And that's what I keep saying. Woody has been brought up so many times where that would have been a rumor that probably required a lot of digging into because this person is like, hello, young man. It has always been something strange about Kayla Bumpus once she got involved with Woody. I thought she was really in love with Woody. Oh my goodness. Ooh, rumors. These are not facts, people. These are rumors. She definitely hangs around Woody since he became popular. The interview I saw last week was showing me her and Woody has something going on. Oh my goodness. Oof. If you watch her recent live with Woody, she's on there saying how people don't want her talking to Woody, but she still does. This is very crazy. I mean, if folks are telling her not to talk to Woody, that has more to do with her career and I would say safety as well. Um, I would say safety as well. Uh, I would see why people would be concerned about that, but they can be friends. I don't see people criticizing Steele for hanging out with Young Thug. So we need to keep the same standards. Because this morning on my way to work, I believe I saw, not I believe, I did. There was a clip of Steele and Young Thug at some university or college or something along those lines. Let me see, I'm all over the map. At the end of this, let me write it down because I actually want to look into that. We can play that, but it's not even relevant to what we're discussing. So disregard that. We're not gonna go down another rabbit hole. But I'm just saying it's not improper to me that she's hanging out with Woody because nobody is criticizing Steele for hanging out with Young Thug. And the concerns are pretty much the same in terms of safety and whether it's good for your career. And I don't even see if Steele is but then again, right, because um if Steele is this excellent attorney, right? I don't see why he should be praised for hanging out with his client and the same type of grace cannot be extended to Kayla. I don't see why not. All right, keep us updated, Dennis. I personally do not want an update from Dennis. Okay? I mean, if he does post, I'll be here because I'm nosy, but I don't want an update from Dennis. Okay, so why are y'all coming for Dennis? Okay, I don't. Shannon's lawyer has cleared this up on Twitter. I think we've read something similar to this before. All right, we looked at that marriage certificate. It did say August. All right. I feel for these defendants. All right. So apparently, Dennis always gets hate. Okay, Dennis, you are not connecting any dots. Please perform a full investigation before posting for anyone to see. As you know, inaccurate false reporting stories, once consumed and spread across the world, can have long-term damaging effect. It's not just that. These folks could get sued because they were on this live, they were talking as if, they had facts, as if they officiated this marriage, as if they were, ring bearers and the like. So you're supposed to be a decorated journalist. I guess Dennis might actually be a journalist. I did not think so. Nope, this is messy. All right, so Dennis might actually be a journalist. I did not know he was a true journalist. All right, trust me. Oh, okay, Dennis is here. Dennis is here. He said, trust me, I've investigated it and there's a lot more. Why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you come? Exactly. Spill the tea. We want to know. Okay, mistrial with prejudice. Why people in someone's personal life? Because at this point, she is a public figure. So we can do that. She's a public figure. All right. Okay. No, it really isn't out of line if she repped a client in her husband's trial. My goodness. This person or 531 called Shannon, her husband. Not saying she's married or not, but if she is, it is not out of line. This is why there's no court today. We've come to, or it has come to the fore, that the reason why there was no court yesterday, it had nothing to do with this fake marriage license. Okay. It was more not. The reason why court was not in session yesterday was in order for the attorneys to prepare for the evidentiary hearing that was held today, where Judge Whitaker dropped the N word. So that's why. All right, let's get back here. Shannon's date of birth right. Right. The date of birth will clear things up. Okay. She's known these guys for years. It wouldn't be odd if they were married. Come on now. It's odd. It is odd if they were in fact married and she represented a defendant in the same trial. That is odd. And it's not just odd, it is improper. What would be the reason to do the wedding on Zoom if they could do it in person? Because he's locked up and can be present. Yeah. But I found that out yesterday. I've actually never been to Texas. I don't know. I might go. I don't know. I don't exactly know what I'd be doing in Texas, but I'd like to go to each and every state. But I found out yesterday, I actually had to do my own research, that in Texas, they allow you to get married via Zoom. What I was questioning though is whether they'd allow you to get married via Zoom if you weren't together. I would think you'd at least have to be together, but that's my thought. What is Bill said it's not improper. Okay. What's not improper, Bill? An attorney's an attorney. No. Bill, I am a licensed attorney. No, that's not how it works. And then Greg says the marriage papers signed August 2024 all over the internet, where Sylvia tried to blackmail her for $500 not to expose the marriage. She's wearing the ring on her life. Greg, I believe you said the same thing last night. And then, with the exception of the ring, I don't recall reading about the ring last night. But at the beginning of the stream, we looked at Kayla Bumpus' photographs on her Instagram, trying to figure out if she, actually wore a ring or not. And she does have a ring in some pictures. In some of these comments, one of the commenters said that she told the lead attorney that she was engaged and she was not married. There's no word as to who she was engaged to, but supposedly at the time that she represented Woody, she was engaged. There's no confirmation if she got married, but there is what I call a phantom license floating around with names that match these two individuals. And then, as I said, if you're just joining, if you want us to get on Truth Finder, let me know. Can get a subscription, but there's no point in me getting a subscription if folks are not actually interested, right? Because I don't think they're actually married. I find that hard to believe. Find it hard. This right here, this is one crazy case. This is a crazy case right here. Woody blamed everything on Shannon because he lost Kayla to Shannon. Oh my goodness. Would you look at that? My goodness. This is the internet is really, really wild. The internet is wild. Okay, it's a different person with the same name. Yeah, that is. So what are the chances? They need to get in one of those record books. Woody also said, I hope your man don't or ain't mad at me. I mean, folks have said that Kayla, on her, what is that? The Instagram, there are two kids there. I don't know if the kids are hers, but they're pictures of two children. At one point, she either has a man right now or she had a man once upon a time. But I don't think if Kayla was married to Shannon, I find it hard to believe that Woody would be cool with Kayla just because Woody and Shannon are not on good terms. It would have been different if they're on good terms, but they're not. So I do not believe that. All right, on this, because when I read this section, it's quite troublesome. It's something wrong to take another look at the whole video. Nick is getting a lot of, in my opinion, that is not fair. Okay, I don't know. Gossip. It's not related to this supposed marriage. All right. The Honorable Brian Steele. All right. I don't even know what they're talking about here. What is really happening? All right. Dennis is so messy. Okay, so we hear something about Shannon. If I were y'all, I would mind my business on this one and let's get back to focusing on getting Yak and Shannon a fair trial and just outcome to this trial. The tone of this was so disappointing. We've already had multiple defense attorneys on the stand and one suspended. Let's let this one go and put our support behind the men who are facing serious prison time. And then somebody said, Target, ignore corruption. It's not really, that's not the definition of corruption, or at least that does not fit the definition of corruption. Okay, this is messy. Instead of speculating, blah, 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 gossip. Wait, I'm confused. Are people saying Ms. Bumpus is married to a YSL defendant? Bare minimum. Why wouldn't the state know this information? Something doesn't smell right. I think it's false, but what do I know? It's false. It's definitely false. I don't know these people, but I think it is false. Bill, are you saying, can you explain to me what was illegal? What are you referring to? Are you saying marriage between, or supposed marriage between Kayla and Shannon? I never said it was illegal. It is just it's improper. I don't know. You first have to explain if that's what you're asking, because I don't want to go into detail if that's not exactly what you're asking. And attorneys do have to adhere to a code, an ethical code of conduct. So we cannot just go out and do and say whatever it is they would like to do or say. So let's see. I'm surprised Nick got into this gossip. Okay, so another person, she has a ring on the left. I think that's a ring finger, right? Is that not the ring? Yeah, I'd like to believe so. That is the ring finger. Okay. Oh, here's somebody. I'm not even gonna read that. I'm very disappointed in you for doing this. You have a relationship with Kayla. Right. Because when we went on Kayla Bumpus' page, I saw a video, or at least in the thumbnail. Nick was in the thumbnail. So I guess, did they fall out? I don't know. And maybe it's just a business relationship. Talking about her to this man is crazy. Feels so dirty. Are we saying she was married to a defendant while representing a witness? I think what they're saying is that, or the rumor is that she got married after a representation of Woody came to an end. I believe that is what they're saying. All right, or at least that's the gist of the rumor. Okay. All right, we have Bruce Rivers out here. I've not watched his channel in a long time. Dennis Kayla has been on Instagram with her other boyfriend. What does that even mean? It seems she had a boyfriend, very recent, allegedly, but they broke up allegedly. So if she got married in August, it probably was something that just sparked from the past. She has said for months, ever since she came on the scene, that she knows some of these guys and have represented them. Also, numerous YouTubers have researched and said that you can get married in Texas via Zoom and telephone. Telephone is crazy. Telephone is crazy, which would then be the theory that she did something wrong with her license. I don't know what that means. Maybe she didn't get married in Atlanta, but if he gets out, he can come to. You are assuming that Shannon is getting released anytime soon. Kayla has said on numerous live streams that she has represented many of the defendants in the past. Maybe she's representing Shannon in another case. That wouldn't be a violation, correct? I don't know. I don't know. Isn't okay, we're not gonna get into that. Right. So similar to what let's see. Similar to what Greg said, we have a comment here talking about Sylvia extortion $500. And I still do not believe that to be true just because yesterday we touched on when we briefly talked about Sylvia. It came to light that, or at least it is rumored, or there's, an opinion that she was engaged in okay, that was improper conduct. Her filming beyond witnesses on the stand. Um, Apparently, she was filming attorneys and folks in the courtroom and charging for, whoever was interested in viewing this material. And if she would go to such lengths, I do not think she would be extorting for $500. If she was extorting for any amount, I would like to believe, sorry, I would like to believe that maybe more than 500, but 500, no, that's not real money. All right, so okay, here somebody. Okay, we're not even gonna get into that. They're talking about some Shannon out of Texas. Not reading that. Okay, so last Friday I commented on Nick's show about Rachel. We don't know who these people are. Something about Shannon though. So I want to know, what does he's fake. I don't know what these people are saying. And then they're like, yep, the ATL is way out. It is a strange place. Way out. I mean, I've been to Atlanta once. I thought it was pretty cool. I considered moving out there. I considered, being licensed in Atlanta. They have really affordable housing. But I did not know. In Atlanta, they throw attorneys in jail. They throw you in jail while you're representing a client. So I don't know about that. Okay, here's somebody claiming that it's Yak and not Shannon. I don't know that to be true. We also do not know the supposed marriage to be true. All right. And somebody said Kayla was on a live, but she did delete. We saw that she deleted last night's live. I don't know, or maybe she made it private. That's another option too. Okay, from August 20th to the 25th, her live videos on YouTube seem to be from a hotel in Texas, based on what I personally viewed in the background. I do not know. Somebody's disappointed in Nick for the gossip. All right, let's see. Do we have any more of these comments? We've not come across anything different. Who's this? I don't know. One live star? I don't know. Lil Woody gets rid of lawyer. She fired. I actually thought.
Before we call in our jury,
and I don't know, Glanville. That was a hot mess.
Mr. Copeland's counsel, Ms. Bumpus, would like to be released. Is that correct, madam? Okay, all right. Sir, Mr. Copeland, is it your desire to release your counsel at this point in time?
She fired. And Woody.
When, is it your desire to release your counsel at this point in time?
She fired.
She's fired?
A court reporter. I think nobody was prepared for any of this, but I thought, I know, this is a conspiracy though. This is my conspiracy. She had something to tell these folks. Where is it? Is it here? Oh yeah. This is my conspiracy.
His counsel, Attorney Melnick was his counsel, and I was stepping in as a courtesy for judicial efficiency. All motions to withdraw.
Well, given the fact that you have represented Mr. Copeland at this point in time, it would seem appropriate that you do need to, in fact, file a formal withdrawal. Even though you didn't enter one, you de facto entered this case by your representation.
You had something
of
to
him, or you
tell the
telling
judge.
court that
That's
you
the
did,
only
in fact,
reason why I'm
represent
playing
him.
this.
So at this point, I'm not inclined to release you until that's done.
Okay, I'll get that done now, Judge.
Okay, all right. And he's got 10 days to go ahead and do that. So you're still going to have to be here until I have because he gets that particular period of time to go ahead and decide whether or not he'd like to hire a lawyer. That's the whole reason for the 10 days.
Well, I don't want to hire no.
Hold on. Not yet. You get that right as a party.
Come on, Kayla.
Okay.
I think you're right.
You do, yes. You get that right to hire a new lawyer. You get the right to do a couple things. One, to decide whether or not you're going to release her.
Okay.
Okay. Two, you get to decide whether or not you want to get another lawyer to be with you.
Okay.
Okay. Those are the two big things you get a chance to kind of decide. But what I'm going to do at this point in time is, since she's representing you, I'm going to make her file a formal notice to withdraw. She's orally told you at this point in time she wants to withdraw.
I should have taken
But
down
you're on the stand.
timestamp.
You're testifying at this point in time. So I'm not going to let her withdraw at this point.
Well, Your Honor, I just like to say, before he started testifying, I was fired.
I don't know that, ma'am. That's not something that I have notice or knowledge of. So, that's the whole purpose of the rule, so that we can flesh out all those things. So at this point in time, I'm not inclined to let you go at this point. I'm sorry that you put yourself in this particular situation with you and Mr. Melnick and whatever, but, Mr. Copeland does have rights in this particular circumstance. So file a proper notice to withdraw. I'll give once it's filed, if you file it today, I'll give Mr. Copeland the 10 days, but until such time as I rule upon that and he gets that and gets an opportunity to think about what he'd like to do, I'll go ahead and insist that you remain with us while he's on the stand.
Okay, Judge.
Okay. Madam, I have one other bit of business that.
Also, can I approach, Your Honor, with the state?
No. What does he want to tell me?
I don't want to say it in open court.
What did you want to tell the judge, though? I'd like to know what did you want to tell the judge? One could actually say she wanted to disclose her supposed relationship with Shannon. That's a stretch. I don't believe that. I did not believe that. So Bill says, so it's legally improper. Are you referring to, okay, I'm just going to answer broadly because I don't exactly understand what the question is. But as an attorney, there are ethical rules of conduct that we have to adhere to. There's certain things that we cannot do with current clients, former clients, prospective clients. In this case, because Kayla Bumpus, what they're saying, if the rumor is not true, but if Kayla Bumpus in fact had a relationship with Shannon at the time that she was representing Woody, yes, that is highly, highly improper. I mean, nothing would stop. Nothing. It also depends on the jurisdiction because there are ABA model rules, and they're just that, model rules. And every state does have an ethical code of conduct. So we'd have to look at the Georgia specific code of conduct, but I can just tell you it would be improper. I've only been to Georgia once, never practiced in Georgia, but even when Glanville had that ex parte meeting, I knew it was improper because I'm an attorney, I've been a prosecutor, and I've been a public defender, and that's something that you're not allowed to do regardless of the jurisdiction that you're in. So I hope that answers the question, Bill. If not, then I don't know. You can ask a more specific question. I was going to come in here. So I was thinking, right? I was still contemplating whether there could be some truth to this rumor, right? And I had to go back to Fani Willis and what's his name? Wade? What's his first name? Nathan Wade? Right. I had to go back to Fani Willis and Nathan Wade. The reason why I'm making that comparison is because when it was brought to light, when it was revealed, and that's the thing. Here, I know I'm jumping all over the place. Here's the thing. If obviously it has come to the fore that this Fulton County bar is a very small bar. If somebody knows something, everybody else is going to know about it. And when everybody knows about it, the rest of us will know about it. Okay. So in this instance, the Fulton County bar is very small. When Fani hired Nathan Wade, she did not disclose this relation. In any event, Nathan Wade failed his job, and my reasons for that is because he was hired, obviously he was hired as, you know, somebody that apparently has some type of what the expertise that would have assisted the DA's office, but still he failed in his role because he was a criminal defense attorney, and he should have played more of a defensive role because, you know, some charges ended up being thrown out because the DA's office did not meet the I wouldn't say the burden, but right, they did not meet the burden for, what am I saying? Hold on. I'm trying to go back because these charges were thrown out. It was a while back. It was months ago. But in any event, Nathan failed in his role because I think that as somebody that is a criminal defense attorney, he should have played more of a defensive role in ensuring that the indictments were in fact proper. In any event, when it first came to light that Fani had a relationship, a romantic relationship with what's his name? With Nathan Wade. That was revealed through the bar. And Fani pretty much went to church. She spoke to the congregation. She was at the pulpit, tried to convince everybody that she was not in a relationship with this man. And then eventually things got heated and she had to reveal this relationship. So that's what I was thinking about this morning when I was contemplating this so-called Kayla Bumpus, Shannon Jackson marriage, which I still do not believe is true. But based on what we have seen coming out of this county, you just never know, because the courtroom has been a complete, it's not even just a mess, it has been dysfunctional. The stories that have come out of that courtroom, unbelievable. So I guess this is one of those unbelievable stories, but I would need to know more to actually believe this rumor. I'd need to know more. I'd need more proof. I just need concrete evidence. I'd need more evidence than a document that is circulating on the internet. And I believe that was R that mentioned that there are folks with, that is actually a coincidence. There are folks, there's a couple named Shannon Jackson and Kayla Bumpus that got married. Actually, I want to see, is there actually a Kayla Bumpus in Texas? Or if you're still here, please tell me where in Texas this person resides. Let's take a look. Kayla Bumpus. I hope it's probably a firm that's going to show up. Kayla Bumpus, Texas. Yeah, it's just Kayla Bumpus. She's the only Kayla Bumpus that's showing up here. I don't see anybody else. I do not see anybody else. I don't know, is this rumor on hold on, 4 days ago? I don't have TikTok, but I do see a headline here that says Kayla Bumpus is the attorney who represented Kenneth Woody Copeland on the June 10th. Oh, right. So this, let me see if I can pull this up on my computer. It's probably not going to work because I don't have TikTok. Hold on. Kayla Bumpus. Let's see if this headline's gonna. Let's see if it will populate. One moment. What is the North Carolina beat? What is this? Hold on. I need to involve all of you in this. Hold on. All right, hold on. Let me share my screen because it appears as though this was written about in a newspaper. So, all right. Yeah. Obviously don't use Google. I actually don't use this MacBook. I rarely use it. So this is the North Carolina Beat. Is this a tabloid? Is it a newspaper? What is this? So Lil Woody attorney Kayla Bumpus reportedly married to YSL defendant on trial. This was November 7th. So that was yesterday. Oh, wow. They have, I don't know, it doesn't look, I'd think if this was an actual newspaper, they'd do better with this graphic. In any event, Fulton County, Kayla Bumpus finds herself at the center of a Kayla Bumpus YSL marriage. Oh my goodness. There's a YSL marriage scandal. The internet has been buzzing with rumors that she is being passed around. My God. Okay. I am not going to keep reading this. This is just awful. There's no, okay, but they're talking about crimes and is this a real newspaper? Or is it similar to the Onion? I don't know. She's stunning. That's not the point. They said I'm not even reading that. You can read it for yourself. That's why I shared this. So you can read what they're saying about her Copeland. And that's what I kept saying from the very beginning. This rumor would have made more sense if Kayla was tied to Woody, just because we have actually seen Woody and Kayla about, right? This is, you know what just came to mind? This is really awful if it's not true, because I don't believe it's true, considering that Kayla has young children, right? Kids that are in school and they're reading all this junk about their mom. This is insane. All right. However, marriage documents reveal that she's currently married. Allegedly. We do not listen. Allegedly. But this is what's the name of the newspaper? I don't know. North Carolina something. Okay. Who's currently a defendant? Shannon's lawyer took to X this week to defend his client, insisting that the Shannon mentioned in the marriage document is not the one person. What documents is not the one everyone is talking about? It seems he's employing a classic courtroom. My goodness. suggesting the name in the marriage certificate could belong to anybody. All right, if that's what you're going with. But let's not kid ourselves. The names match up perfectly. And the odds of someone randomly digging through Texas Register of Deeds to find Kayla's marriage license seem pretty slim. All right, so this is, I guess, the only thing I have is YouTube. Other than that, I don't have anything else. But this is apparently from Max. And he says, allegedly, we don't know this to be true. Please stop. This is not my client, and we need to be clear that it is not. We all know how people run with things, even falsehoods. My client has never lived in Texas, nor has he ever been charged with such offenses. And I need to protect his name in court and on Twitter. All right. I don't want to quit. No, I don't want to quit. Hold on. I might have to get off the live. No bueno. My MacBook is full. I'm out of space. I hope this does not cut my live off. I should have taken care of this before I got on here. Yeah, I should have taken care of this before I got on here. Yeah, I hope it. Listen, if I disappear, that's because my life has ended, because I have too much. I have a lot of videos on my MacBook. So let's see. What is this person saying? Who's TD? So adding fuel to the fire, a Twitter user chimed in, claiming that Shannon was found with a phone containing text messages. I don't believe this. I do not believe this. What's going on here? What? Oh, so this is, I guess, from her live. Yeah, I don't believe any of this. I think this is one of those tabloids. This is not real. This is not real. Oh, and this is the supposed marriage license between Shannon and Kayla. This is apparently it. Oh, why are there two? Hold on. Is this different from the one that we viewed last night? All right, to celebrate the rights of matrimony in the state of Texas. All right. Apparently, Shannon Bernard Jackson. Wait, the one that this appears to be a different. Let me see. Do I have the one from last night? Let me just log in there quickly. Okay, I'm not sharing that screen, but I'm just trying to compare it to what I have. One moment. I'm trying to compare it to what I have, because it looks a little different. And I do not know why it looks different, because that does not make sense. That does not make sense. One moment. Let's take a look here. This is the one from last night. What is different about these two licenses? Yeah, this is completely different. So I'm going to switch my screen. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to review this. Okay, go over this license here. It says marriage license, Harris County Clerk, State of Texas, and it talks about you are hereby authorized to conduct the rites of matrimony. It has the two names, and then it says, let me see. Witness my official signature and seal of office in Harris County, Texas at 12:14 p.m., August 22, 2024. And then this is the supposed county clerk. Okay. Oh, there's a Tanisha Mosley. I wanted to look that up, but we're not even going to do that. Okay, so this is the first. I don't know why they're two marriage licenses. I don't know why they're different. Okay, they are different. Let me see. But even it just doesn't make sense to me. In any event, so this specific one, this document is a marriage license, not a marriage certificate. The state of Texas issues marriage licenses, not marriage certificates. Okay? And then this is the officer's return, the certificate that I have united in marriage. Okay? Is two people. License is not valid for 72 hours from the time of issuance. Okay, so this is what I came across. I was a bit thrown off because it definitely looks different. And then here it shows the date when it was filed. We have nothing on here. I don't even know what's going on. Congratulations and best wishes. It's a mess. That is a mess. Ah, I missed this apartment here. So I'm going to look it up on my phone. I don't want to, you know, expose anybody else's info because I don't even know what's gonna be revealed. But I'll look this up on my phone and see what this is about. Apartment 38M, Houston, Texas. What is this? Okay, this apparently some luxury high-rise apartment. That is weird though. Why would the address be on the marriage license? That does not make sense. Yeah, that does not make sense. Why would it be? I don't know. Something's not adding up, but it doesn't make sense why an address would be on a marriage license. Okay, what if it is unclear how long Kayla and Shannon have been talking, or if they decided to get married because they sent a not guilty verdict? This is a stretch. I don't believe this. Anything since Bumpus has a place in Texas, it could be a good place for Shannon to lay low. I don't know, should have been lay low from Atlanta if he is acquitted at the end of this trial. Stay updated. I don't know. I might stay updated, but I don't believe what they're saying here. Yeah, this is just gossip. It's awful, but Kayla Bumpus refuses to deny marriage to Shannon. That's at Nick at Night. There was something on TikTok that I saw. Let's see. Kayla Nicole. Nah, I don't know who these. I don't know. I don't know who these people are. All right. All right. Well, I guess TikTok on my phone. Who released? Oh, so Dennis, I guess, is the one that. Oh, I'm able to do this.
Did she reveal that to the sheriff
I had
department?
no idea because whenever I click on TikTok on my phone, it never works. All right, we already watched this, man, so we're not getting into that. We are not getting into that. Okay, so I can stop sharing this. One moment. I know I got distracted. We were gonna go a bit into Fani and let's see. Fani, Willis, Nathan Wade. I think this is one of the reasons why it is. This is one of the reasons why it might be difficult for folks to believe anything that these attorneys out of Georgia are telling the viewers, because we've had Fani basically deny being in a relationship with Nathan Wade, And when she was pressed and had no choice but to admit the relationship, that's, when she went ahead and claimed they were in a personal relationship, whatever that means. Whatever that means. So let's get into it. Let us get into it. All right, so here is
the conversation.
I've just asked you whether or not it was a coincidence.
Had absolutely nothing to do with this.
Right.
It's interesting that we're here about this money. Mr. Wade is used to women that, as he told me one time, the only thing a woman can do for him is make him a sandwich. We would have
that is a hot mess. What the hell?
have brutal arguments about the fact that I am your equal. I don't need anything from a man. A man is not a plan. A man is a companion. And so there was tension always in our relationship, which is why I was
now she calls it a relationship.
Give him his money back. I don't need anybody to foot my bills. The only man who's ever foot my bills completely is my daddy. Mr.
This is a hot mess. I'm nosy, so I need to get in here. All right. This is a hot mess. And it's, instances such as these that might make some folks skeptical. There's reason, or at least folks have been given reason to doubt what the attorneys out of Fulton County are telling us about personal relationships. So, what else do we have here? What else do we have? There was a part when she was in court. Let me find that. Hold on. Let me find it. Fani, Willis. Not court. I meant church. Right, here we go. Here she goes. No, I don't want a news clip. Yeah, I don't want to, have to go through this entire thing. No, I guess this is not news coverage. So let's get into this. Because she went up there, claimed no relationship.
I have some notes here, and at some points I'll go to them, and at some points I'm just gonna stray from them. But I hope y'all will be patient with me. The bishop told me I am welcome to be myself. In this very historic house of God. First of all, and so the invitation to come where God's message is taught, adhere to dollar transformals.
Let's read the comments. That's really all the stuff is kind of old though. Oh my goodness. Talking about Nathan Wade's wife and everything. Yeah, I have a hard time believing. I still have a hard time believing that Kayla Bumpus is in a relationship with Shannon, but it's situations such as these, instances such as these, when people can go to a church, a place of worship, and pretty much lie about being in a relationship with, I don't know, a coworker, right? So it's instances such as these that might be the reason why some folks are doubting that these are rumors, and they think that there's actually more to it, right? But in my books, I don't believe it. I strongly believe that is just a rumor that somebody began, something that has been circulating over the internet for, I don't know, 2 or 3 days now. There's no credibility to that rumor. So, and obviously, I think the rest of you are probably not buying the rumor, because at the very beginning of this stream and during the stream, I have asked you to put it in the chat if you do in fact want me to get on Truth Finder, because if you are not interested, if you're not interested in me going on Truth Finder and finding out, if Kayla is in fact married, there's no point in me doing it, because why should I spend money for something that, my viewers are not interested in? So that's where we are with this. But this entire trial has been nothing but I don't even want to call it a nightmare, because there has to be a word that encapsulates this trial, and I've not seen anything like it. So yeah, the trial has been a hot mess from, Whitaker again. Where's that video? I have too many windows open. My next live will be tomorrow. We'll have a live at, let's see, I'll stick to 9 p.m. We'll have a live at 9 p.m. If it's sooner, it's probably going to be 8. And if it is sooner, I'm going to schedule it sooner, so that folks are aware that it won't be 9. But I like to stick to the 9 p.m. That's 9 p.m. Eastern time. So that works best for me. Let me just see. What are they saying here? I'm just going through these comments again. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh my goodness. I don't know. Some of these comments are really the type of comments that I'm not going to display, because they are not very kind to Ms. Bumpus, and they are unnecessary. So, though I wouldn't trust her with the personal information, she's perfect for a fun conversation. All right, whatever it is that they're saying. So let's go back to today's trial, because I did watch the trial, and obviously Whitaker shocked us. Whitaker absolutely shocked the courtroom today. I mean, nobody actually flinched with the exception of who's this? With the exception of Simone Hilton. With the exception of Simone Hilton. Let's actually take a look at this. There's another channel I want to take a look at. One moment. Let's take a look. No, I don't see it. I'm trying to see if there was any more information on this rumor, but I don't see any more information. So we're gonna move on from that. We're gonna go to court proceedings from today. The hearings today. One moment. Oh, I just saw. Don't get distracted. Never mind. I'll look that up later when I get off the live. When I got off the live, I just got distracted. I was gonna go down another rabbit hole. All right. So let's see. I am gonna share my screen. Add to stage. No, that's not what we're trying to do. We're going to the court proceedings from the RICO. And then let me get my timestamp right. It was around here. We're 2 minutes away, but
about shooting wife and Lucci.
I mean, yeah, that would at least have some, cogent potential connection to this trial. Yes.
Hold on. I guess They're praising her for something.
A continuation of this. Is there something significant about these next three?
And I did make notes about this trial. So this hearing. Today's hearing, I made some notes. I watched most of it. I do have an actual job, so I'm not able to, sit and watch a trial without, any, how do I say, without taking any breaks. And obviously when my clients call, I need to take the call.
Pages where nothing is highlighted.
What are they saying? OMG, the theory,
One brief moment, Your Honor.
gossip, everybody got ops. And so, what? Why not subpoena Shell Cow?
Your Honor, it's all about how they can't trust this person because they're hanging out
This
with their
girl.
opposition.
This
Yes, Your
girl.
Honor. And they don't want her to,
All right,
give their
so then that is all
Okay.
out, if that's.
Okay, so in the comments, somebody was talking about Kayla saying that she could have cleared up the marriage stuff. There's nothing to clear up. She's
The
not married to the
extent of
guy.
it. And then 80, so then I've got another 89, 10, and 11, and maybe 12. Is that just a repeat or is that a different chain? That's the same thing over again.
repeat where we start getting close to when the PDFs combine.
Okay, I think that's all the same thing. All right, so now 89, 15. What are we looking at? And 16 and.
Let me get to.
Somebody said free the boys.
So again, they're saying she's the I better stop playing, and then they say they're mentioning 9 dudes, the same criminal street gang.
I don't know where we are.
Oh,
So I'm on
80.
89, 15. There's nothing highlighted. What am I supposed to be looking at?
And I would like to believe that it is this demeanor that led her to say the N word. What I mean by that is she has taken on this position where she is more critical of the DA's office or the state. I know I'll have to find an actual clip because today is what, Friday? I believe it was Monday as well, where they're arguing about whether what's the officer's name? Woody said he had the brain of a squirrel or something along those lines. What's the guy's name? Man, his name escaped me. I just had it to the tip of my tongue. What's the officer's name? Thorpe. There was some disagreement about whether Thorpe could be recalled as a state witness or not. The defense said that the judge's ruling was that no, he could not be called to the stand. Obviously, Hilton disagreed with that position, but the judge was adamant that she ruled that Thorpe could not be called to the stand. And it's just the demeanor with which she said that. She had a strong conviction that was in fact her position. And then she had to eat some crow because the following day, if I'm not mistaken, it was revealed that the state was in fact correct. So it's this demeanor of always wanting to be correct that had her messing up, or just saying not paying attention rather, because she I'm going to stop right there.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a continuation from the page before. Or
Which I don't have.
Yes, Your Honor. So we will not use 8915. And 8916, they are actively stating that someone is a member of 9 Deuce, the rival street gang.
We're almost there.
She the op, he better stop playing.
She's out there saying up.
And
right. Somebody, Raquel, commented that Whitaker wants out. I believe so as well. I've said that from the time when she was appointed. The first 2 days, she was not appointed, but assigned to this case. The first 2 days, I would like to say that she was facetious because she was giggling about everything. And then eventually it became clear that she was going to get stuck in this trial, and she probably had plans because this was not on her bingo card. Being involved in this trial was not on a bingo card. So, but this is a better way though. I am shocked because obviously the trial has been run poorly. And in my previous live, I have mentioned that that responsibility does not solely rest with the state or the DA's office. The court definitely could have done a better job, as well as the defendant's attorneys. Usually motions and things of this nature, they get settled before trial. Not to say that you won't have to, meet at sidebar during the trial or even have evidentiary rulings. But with a case of this magnitude, it made sense to iron out, a lot of the basics, get the objections out of the way, and then begin the trial. They could have done that. It probably would have taken them, I don't know, months, but it would have shortened the trial.
So this is trying to identify people that various people are hanging and or sleeping with as either on their side or with another group.
Your Honor, I will not use those pages. I'll skip to, I won't bury the lead. Let's go to 8921 and 8922.
All right.
So 8922, OG King says, tell that girl to stay in Summerhill, which is where YFN, If Gang, what territory is. This shit's deeper than rap. She can't be both. You're either with us or you're against us. There's no in between. She gets beat the fuck up next time she's in the park.
Yeah, if you want to have that, that's at least talking about something directly that seems to be indicating this is more than who you rap with.
Now, Your Honor, I'm going to object. I understand that you're finding relevant.
Because your client is nowhere in this
Right.
conversation.
Funny, that's what he was saying.
Okay.
OG King, my client, and I don't understand how this is furthering anything.
Okay.
Your Honor, this is the group thread that he's a part of. So it's multiple YSL members talking.
Somebody said, so funny hearing the judge repeat the words. It's not going to be funny in about, I don't know, where are we? A minute or so.
About beating the hell out of this person.
Well.
I mean, they say beat the F-U-C-K up next time. I think it's a highly relevant talk about exacting violence on a rival street.
Well, it would be highly relevant maybe if any of these people were in trial for
Another person said she's ready to go home. It's been obvious. It's been very obvious, and I don't blame her. I would not want to be on a trial this long.
This woman.
I don't see how these people are not
highly relevant.
I guess I should say, Your Honor, I shouldn't have said relevant was not the word I meant. I meant gang co-conspirator statements of identifying an opposition gang member and exacting violence, which in the state.
Obviously, the state has not presented a linear case. What I mean by that, it's been all over the place. But that said, my main concerns are not so much the RICO. I'm more concerned about the conspiracy charges because conspiracy is difficult to beat. So, yeah, conspiracy and even the murder charges, I don't know, those are a bit questionable, but we'll have to see how the rest of the trial goes.
Saying they're going to exact violence.
Anyone else
Which
getting
ends
a
up
headache?
being murder
Yeah,
in the state's position with.
Well, nobody who's sleeping with both of the gang members or roll up gangs ends up murdered, as far as I know of, with regard to this indictment, right?
And Your Honor, I guess what I meant is, they're not just talking about, like, the state feels it is gang co-conspirator 801 D2E for them to be discussing exacting violence on a rival gang member amongst each other. That's the state's position. And defendant Stillwell is a part of this group thread. And these,
Look at this, guys. Look at this. When I move my cursor, can you see it? I don't have two screens. I have a single screen, but what on earth is this?
so the state believes that
Well,
this
it's
is
hardly an
admissible.
adoptive admission because these group, apparently everybody this age just spends the entirety of their lives on 700 million different group threads that unless you were watching it at the time, you don't go back and say, well, what did these people say 15 minutes ago? Because it's, 1,000 different tweets or threads or whatever comments by the time they pull up their phone and see what's going on the group thread.
Yes, Your Honor.
I just think we're so far afield
We are very far afield.
from, we're talking about folk having sex.
I mean, yeah.
What? Oh my! This trial is just so wild. I have not seen anything like this.
This,
We're
403, I'm excluding all of this.
Your Honor, can I go to the thread where they're talking about shooting wife and Lucci?
I mean, yeah, that would at least have some, cogent potential connection to this trial. Yes. Where would that be?
Go to page 9839. The whole YFN is at the Chevron Blue Ivory shooting a video. Lucci's out there, gray Audi, Lucci's in it, and a black X6 truck. My rental doesn't have paper plates, but it can slide.
That seems relevant.
All right, pull up with the shit.
Mr. X,
Hadn't found 9839 yet, but whatever you're reading sounds relevant.
are we getting rid of everything?
I will check between, but I wanted to get to the most 801D2 statement I could possibly find that I think this satisfies the street gang element of trying to shoot wife and
Okay.
Lucci.
All right. That's admissible. Wherever it is, that page is admissible.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Before we get there, can we just, I'm just trying to go in order so I don't mess myself
Did
up.
I skip over it? No.
8919, I see a picture of an incredibly handsome man sitting next to me.
Funny.
I believe appears to be drinking a clear liquid drink. Is there any?
The picture you're talking about of Shan Stillwell?
8919, yes.
She's about to say it.
So after that post, this is, I believe, close in time to when they had the memorial for Big Boo. I'm trying to find that page number, but it says
About to count down.
we have to do it for Big Boo. These people are lacking, as in they don't have firearms on them, so they're easier to.
Watch page take over.
Well, I mean, they're talking about drinking.
Right.
Boy, you still drinking? Where you at? I got to do it for Boo. These niggas lacking. Like, they're not doing enough to honor him or whatever. I don't know that you can say.
Did you see that? Simone could not believe it. Simone could not believe it. Caught off guard. She could not believe it.
Incredibly handsome man sitting next to me. I believe.
She looked at the
appears to
cameraman
be
like,
drinking a clear
what?
liquid drink. Is there any?
The picture you're talking about of Shan Stillwell?
8919, yes.
Yep. So after that post, this is, I believe, close in time to when they had the memorial for Big Boo. I'm trying to find that page number, but it says
Find it.
we have to do it for Big Boo. These people are lacking, as in they don't have firearms on them, so they're easier to.
Well, I mean, they're talking about drinking.
Right.
Boy, you still drinking? Where you at? I got to do it for Boo. These niggas lacking.
She's a hot man.
Like, they're not doing enough to honor him or
That's
whatever.
what
I don't
happens
know
when
that
you're trying
you
to
can
take
say. I
over.
mean, you can say, oh, that means they don't have guns on them, but that would be quite a stretch.
Simone is
Given the
shocked.
context in which it comes up.
Okay, what are they? What's everybody say? Folks could not
We
believe
will
it.
not use that page.
I'm like, what?
All righty. So not the picture, not that page.
Yeah.
So 89.
She said it. Paige just said, yeah, hold up. What, Your Honor?
21 is like a snap of somebody's
Oh my goodness.
text. Is that in here for any reason?
Getting irritated.
Get to that page, 8920.
Where
Your
do you
Honor.
go
I'm
from
sorry,
here?
8921. It comes right
I think
after
there's going to be a
8920.
break.
So
I have
that
my
screenshot of
timestamps.
the text thread,
Uh-huh.
that it's
It's kinda
referencing to the
small.
same female who's
The girl,
who's
okay,
referencing
so
both
that's
sides.
out.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it from here?
8922 is
think
out.
it's
So
there.
now we're on 797 and 798.
Somebody said she done got too comfortable. She sure did. And then they're like, did she just say what I heard her say? Who's this? Paige Whitaker is going to be all over the internet. She's going to be all over the internet. And I guess that's going to be a reason for her to not actually want to be on this trial or continue with this trial, because she did not sign up for all this. But she's going to be heated. She's going to be everywhere.
What's that in here
Somebody
for?
said Paige for sure, YSL now.
Because nothing's highlighted, so I don't know.
Like, hold on. Shawty say what?
So, Your Honor, you're talking to a gentleman who's in prison. And so Demekion Garlington is talking to
And then
yeah,
this is crazy. This
_underscore
trial is
YGC,
completely
and who
insane.
says I'm at Hayes, he means Hayes State Prison. And then they continue to talk, and they're discussing and keeping abreast of
Somebody said Martha Stewart.
what is happening with people in different investigations,
Hanging out with
where
Snoop a little too much,
the
or
reason that the
YSL.
state included this is because he's talking about someone who possibly was speaking to the feds. And then
Somebody said, I guess she will be all over YouTube tonight. And the way she said it, should date black men or have, I don't know. I don't know anything about that. So
highlight these.
the comments are
And then he
going
says,
crazy.
Hell, he
Yeah,
says,
that did roll off her tongue quite easy. The comments
hell
are
no, he's on
going
high max. He was caught a body
crazy.
at Macon State, and they continue to discuss
Crazy.
when O-Dog YGC says, that's what I'm talking about. He's mob. That's the Goodfellas street gang. He says he's going to
Paige, she's gonna have to come out with, I don't know, a press conference or something over this.
do that.
The
I'm gonna
internet's not gonna let her go.
blast his ass. And then they discuss when he was in prison with them. And so the state included this because it felt that the Demekion Garlington speaking with this individual
Chad's going crazy.
to keep abreast of who was possibly speaking with law enforcement is how criminal street
She
gangs
definitely took over.
gather information.
She took over the state's case, and that did not go as planned. She should have stuck to the role of a neutral. But apparently that's not enough. So she decided to play prosecutor and take over.
And can share to know who to be wary of or who not to. That's why the state included this in this thread, Your Honor.
Oh, and the word that I was trying to find for Whitaker, she's snappy. Right. She's become quite snappy as time has gone on. I mean, she might be irritated, and she's only been here. It's not been that long, but she seems to be more tired than everybody else.
And Your Honor, the state will not use this.
Oh,
PDF
apparently the
numbers.
court reporter had an expression according to this comment over here. I'm going to go back, but that will be later on.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I'll do that later on.
So then it's 8:09.
My focus was really on Hilton. And then this officer or bailiff over here, he reacted as well. I did not see anybody else react, but I wasn't looking over here.
9 and
She has to put that in the she has to put that in the transcript. That's crazy.
10, I guess.
YSL Whitaker's crazy work.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that just for the 3 highlighted things that they use the word slat? Or is there something more?
And I don't even think that she realized what she said because she's so focused on doing the prosecution's work. I don't know why she's doing it, but she is. I don't know. I think we should move on to the. I'm gonna
Your
have
Honor,
to
the
enlarge
state will
this
not
because I
use.
cannot see.
I was double checking to.
Let's see, because she does come back.
No, there's nothing more in 809.
She does
To
come
get
back.
through all of this today. Yeah, no, that would be 15 minutes, sorry. 2, wait, what do I mean? What I mean is 1:30, 45 minutes, 1:30, sorry.
Back. Right. I think this is her public apology. This is when she apologizes. I don't want to go too far. Because then we'll have to go back, and that's no bueno. We don't want to do that. Yeah, but she's become really snappy, and obviously she's frustrated because this was not in her plans, but she's a judge, and they assigned her. So she's stuck with a case. Where are we? I want to go back, though, because I don't want to mess it up. But the chat was really going crazy. They cannot believe she did all of that. They cannot believe Whitaker. I got very comfortable. So let's see. I'm trying to see if there are any new developments in this so-called marriage. Hold on.
Before we broke for lunch, we were hashing through a bunch of
I told her.
Instagram conversations.
She woke up and she, we want that chat back. Where's the chat?
And I was reading one out loud and basically saying it as my eyes were going over it for the first time ever. And
Girl.
I'm just reading whatever was on the paper, and I read out the word NIGGAS, which I hope that was not offensive to anyone. It was certainly not meant to be offensive to anyone. I do not use that word. And it was merely, I should have been looking first before I said it. Whatever.
This is a different type of trial, Paige. Different type of trial.
Said out.
Somebody, these people, somebody wanted to recuse herself. No, these are not grounds for recusal. She just needs to get back into her role as judge and not be as relaxed and comfortable as obviously she has become.
Out loud to edit if there were.
But I do not think that she said it with I mean, it did kind of roll off very smooth. I don't think she said it with ill intent. She's just reading. She's just reading. I don't know though, because I don't say that word. And the very few times I've encountered the word, I've not said it. So I don't know.
Any offensive words. So I want to apologize on the record for that. Now, with regard.
Someone told her at lunch she needs to apologize for sure. Yep. I wonder what Paige had for lunch. I wonder if they actually told her about this at the beginning of lunch or towards the end as she was about to get on the bench. Because if she said it at the beginning of lunch, I doubt she ate. If she did, she had a hard time swallowing. But if it's towards the end, then, she was not tormented for a very long time. Or at least
Regard
not
to
for 45 minutes, because the lunch break was 45 minutes, if I recall correctly.
the songs. I was, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I did not mean any.
What did the
I
person either?
was not able to listen to the songs because nobody sent me the songs we might be litigating. I think it was
I
one.
think she shook and will be uncomfortable the rest of this hearing. Somebody said a mistrial. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Somebody took offense. They're like, I know her phone was blowing up. Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's probably not even a staff that told her that, ma'am, you are on, it's not national TV, Law and Crime, saying the N-word. Who sent her the email?
I'm 35 and I'm still waiting for it to come over the ether wherever it goes before it gets from one email to another of what the songs are and what the objections.
Like civil rights, civil rights case. That's what they're saying next. That no. Yeah. Yeah, I think, in all fairness, I think Hilton may have taken some
might
offense,
be.
or at least was caught off guard.
And if y'all were working on it the whole lunch and that's why it didn't get to me until now, that's fine. But we'll just have to listen to them in court, which is fine, and y'all can tell me the objections now.
All right, so apparently I don't see how people who said it, but then say they've never said it could slip up. I don't know. The judge blacked out. She can't remember saying it.
Well,
She needs to apologize to the defendant. Law, somebody watching the
I
chats.
do. The state has indicated that there's 4 songs
Okay.
that they're
No,
seeking to admit.
they just moved on like nothing happened. They're getting right into it. The rest of the folks don't want to. The rest of these attorneys don't even want to address that. They're like, don't involve me in any of that. I'm just gonna go back. I wanna see the court reporter's face because somebody in the chat. But then I also want to read the rest of these comments. Okay. Apparently, the state set her up. Nope. The state did not set that woman up because Atkins said people, but Whitaker just had to say it. Somebody said she's stressed out over this case. Everybody in this case is stressed out. The defendants are definitely stressed out. The attorneys are stressed out. That's both defense and what is this? DA's office. The reporters probably stressed out. The court officers stressed out. As a viewer, I've been stressed out too because I've had moments when I was done with this trial because it was handled poorly, but again, that is not solely on the state's. I called it state's attorney. Some jurisdictions call it state's attorney. In my jurisdiction, prosecutors call the state's attorney's office, but the DA's office. Let's go back. I just want to look at the court reporter. That's. I wish there was a better way of doing this. I think that's gonna work.
Who these people are lacking, as in they don't have firearms on them, so they're easier to.
Well, I mean, they're talking about drinking.
right.
Boy, you still drinking? Where you at? I got to do it for boo. These niggas lacking.
That's a hot.
Like, they're not
yeah. She was like, "What the hell? I have to type this? Do I have to type this?" For sure. She and Hilton reacted at the same time. He's just, oh, my headphones are falling. Yak is chilled. I cannot see any reactions over here. These two are, I don't know what they're doing. They're like, okay, they did not catch it either. But she had to, the reporter had to type it. So.
Doing enough to.
Honestly, towards the end,
Christian
where they
Rodalius Ryan says F the DA.
What? when I listen to this trial when I'm working, I'm on my phone and I have headphones in, so I'm not able to, read the chat because I actually do have a job and that I get paid to do. Right. Okay, I'll get back. Yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, just based on this. There was a lot of back and forth about translation, about, think it was a post, something to do with Peanut's tombstone. And this person, Brittany Sylvester, basically says Pedra means rock or stone in Spanish. There was a lot of argument or disagreement over direct translation, I suppose, right? I think it is direct translation. There's a lot of disagreement about the proper translation of the post. So I am going to recap. I will recap the hearing tomorrow. Let's see. Let's set a time right now. I'll be here at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I think that's a time that works. So we're going to stick to that schedule. 9 p.m. Eastern time. I will be here tomorrow. I'm going to recap the evidence so far from this week and the testimony so far from this week. Because we stopped on Wednesday, I'd like to believe, and I did not get through the BP gas station surveillance footage. So that's where we're going to begin. Tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern time.
F. Ms. Davenport, he
Okay,
puts up the
somebody mentioned
YSL
BP. I don't know
sign,
why they're big in here.
and the court, we believe, allowed, yes.
Yeah, it's him on a phone showing himself.
All right, so somebody, Gail, says Shannon is married to lawyer Bumpus. That's what they're saying in the
Yes,
chat.
that's admitted.
Is that an overact?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, Your Honor, I do think probably the analysis, and I'm not going to belabor the court, but the analysis, I get it's a RICO, but the analysis of the admissibility of things for Mr. Ryan cheering from prison.
All right, I have about 8 more minutes, and then I'm gonna get off the live. 8 more minutes. I've gone beyond my time. I'm exhausted. I wake up incredibly early, so I don't get enough sleep. Now I kind of sound like Weinstein's client. I think Woody complained about sleep.
About Mr. Eppinger.
And then during Thanksgiving, I will have more clips. I am compiling. I have a lot of footage on my MacBook. I just don't have time to edit. But I do hope, I'm not hoping, I am holding myself to it. I will have some footage uploaded. These will be pre-recorded though. So I'll have pre-recorded videos during Thanksgiving week, and they will not be live streams.
Probably the factor balancing may have.
Somebody said the judge believes they're guilty of these crimes. I do not believe that to be true.
Might be a little different now that Mr. Ryan is
Still
not
a
here.
co-conspirator,
Okay.
so it's not different.
All right, thank you.
What's next?
You're right. The Eppinger jail calls, we don't have to litigate again. And then the other.
Okay, and this is somebody replying to Gail, because Gail is the one that brought up Shannon and Bumpus, or Jackson and Bumpus. And Mama Rai says, I was so shocked when I saw that yesterday. It was shocking. I still refuse to believe it.
Other thing is the
Okay, a Rose in BK thinks that the jury will not find him guilty of killing Nut because they tried to put it on any and everybody. Free the guys.
Adams MMS content highlight, Your Honor, if you can recall when we did litigate this previously, this was the Verizon text messages that had all the different colors, and we were supposed to narrow down
what they're talking about.
What we're going to use.
Okay, and Lisa Owen was not aware of this, so she's replying saying, what?
And Mr. Shard had
We have
launched the
Kayla out
objection
here.
that in one of the text message, it said SB, the states that we would take that out. We did, and we provided an update.
Okay, somebody says they're going to be found guilty because of the confusion. Yeah, I do not know how this DA's office thought that the jury could keep up with a trial this long. It just does not make sense. It doesn't make sense because even if they are to truly deliberate, it's gonna take them months. Because it without a doubt, it's gonna take them months. It's not going to be a matter of days or even weeks, unless they've made up their minds. If they have made up their minds, then sure. But uh, the presentation has been sloppy, and it's not been efficient.
Spreadsheet. So we
And
think
you have or you will?
we have.
Okay,
Some people say
and based on
awful
the
things in
updated
these comments.
spreadsheet, is there anything we still
Awful,
need to litigate?
nasty.
This is just more, I'm wondering how logistically we're
What a
going to do
mess.
this.
Yeah, I
assume-
cannot even read aloud some of these comments. I guess it's a good thing I don't read these while I'm working, because
I'm under the belief that the state is no longer seeking, if they were ever seeking
nasty.
to introduce the color coded exhibit.
Yes, I mean, it'll be a demonstrative, Your Honor. This is the Verizon text messages that we litigated.
Okay, so somebody is alleging that Max is on edge after Doug tried to sever the trial. So that's gotta cause some tension. I don't know necessarily if that's going to cause tension, but and then Draco James said, as a YouTube lawyer, this case is so trash.
Or I believe Mr. Steele had objected to the Verizon text messages coming in. The court
Is
ruled
this
it
prep
in.
for closing?
And these are text messages between Khalif Adams and Demikion Garlington attempting to set up the stabbing of Mr. Rayshawn Bennett. Because of all the different conversations, we do think that we need to highlight for the jury the relevant conversations in varying colors so that they can understand the conversation.
Comments are so
So-
nasty.
So last night I went through like 200 pages of conversation, which is the I guess the raw conversations before they.
All right, so that is it. I want to look at one more thing, because this was really supposed to be. I mean, we did cover a lot of Kayla Bumpus on here. We covered a lot of her. It's just that we are a bit limited on time, but I want to take a look at one more thing before I end this live. Let's see. I want to take a look at let's see. I want to see if there are any new developments in this Kayla Bumpus case. One moment. I don't know. All right, so we'll come back here and we will recap a few more comments. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I really want to focus on recapping trial for the week, but we will start off with a recap of just Kayla Bumpus. We'll see, and not just Kayla Bumpus, but Kayla Bumpus and Shannon. That is what we'll begin with tomorrow. See if there have been any new developments overnight. Other than that, my focus for tomorrow is a recap of the trial as we get ready into, as we're ready to get into another week of testimony. I'm tired. I've been on, I get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep every night, but I do get to sleep in tomorrow because it's a Saturday. In any event, thank you all for watching. It has been wonderful entertaining all of you. And as I said, that's a phantom marriage. Kayla and Shannon are not married, but then again, we have the example of Fani Willis and Nathan Wade to go by. So I could believe one thing, because even with Fani and Nathan, I certainly did not, I believed her. I did. I believed her when she said that I did not have relations with that man. I believed her, and that turned out to not be true. So, in this case, I would like to believe that these two are not married, that they're not in any type of personal or any relationship at all, beyond, you know, anything beyond a professional relationship. I don't think they're in anything other than that. So I'll be back tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm very exhausted. I'm just rambling. I'll be well rested tomorrow. All right. Thanks for watching.